So, you want to be an actor. Alright. This is going to be my advice. It's not going to tell you what you should do, but it's going to tell you what I did, because that's all I have to go off of, and maybe that'll kind of help guide you in the right direction. And hopefully it'll help you, and definitely let me know how that goes for you, because this is not an easy job. Definitely, if you can, and your parents will love this, go to college, get a degree, and just do that job. The first question you need to ask yourself is, why do you want to be an actor? If you want to act for the love of acting and building a character and all of that magic, maybe think about doing theater. If you want to be famous and have your face splashed across everything, maybe think about doing commercial acting. If you want to work really, really, really hard for a really, really, really long time to say a couple lines that are somewhat satisfying, but then builds this incredible thing that you can most of the time be proud of, then you can work in TV or film. It is a very, 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 very hard job. There are easier things you can do, I promise you. So really think about what you want to do this for. Is it for the attention? Is it for the creative fulfillment? Is it for blah, 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 blah? Think about it. It's totally fine. Just be aware of what you need to do to make that happen. Look up the people that you admire most. Most of the people that are the overnight successes, we've heard this many, many times, are not. They were child actors, or they've been in the game for a long time, and then finally they were doing what they were doing. You just saw what they did for once, and so now they are actors. What are the basic things that you need to become a working actor? Your SAG card, a reel which is a video resume of what you have done or think that you are capable of doing. How do you get an agent? That's its own thing. How do you find jobs on your own, which is something that I've definitely done for a huge part of my career, and you should never give up on it. Don't ever think that managers and agents are the end-all be-all of getting you your jobs. You will always, always, always have to work for yourself, so keep going. SAG. SAG-AFTRA card. It just makes you a more legit screen actor guild. That's why it's called that. People just take you more seriously once you've been able to get one of these. It just puts you in a different category from people that are just dabbling or that want to be professional. So this is what you're going to have to work for, is to get your Screen Actors Guild AFTRA card. How do you get it? How did I get it? I got it by doing extra work. Extra work is the background players, the blurs that you see just kind of crossing behind the principal actors and give the atmosphere of what's going on. Sounds easy enough. You just be a blur in the background, you work your 16-hour days, and then someone will be like, you can have this waiver. What is a waiver? A waiver is when a production has hired so many SAG actors that they need to have, and then they can fill out the rest with non-union actors, which are more affordable to have, but sometimes, for whatever reason, they just didn't find a SAG actor that wanted to be background that day. So, a lucky extra gets that waiver, so that production can keep going. And you need 3 of those to become eligible for SAG. I did that. It took me over 2.5 years. I'm gonna be an extra, and I'm gonna be a star. This whole industry is about really, really, really wanting it, okay? Remember that. There are other ways that you can do it. You can be Taft-Hartley lead, which is when they need a SAG actor, for whatever reason they can't find it, you just happen to be there and they're gonna give you a waiver, which means that you are now a SAG must join. And that is the most miraculous way of getting it for me. Go to SAG-AFTRA.org to look up the requirements of what each little thing does. Materials you need as an actor are your headshots, my baby headshot, my Disney headshot. Never got to be a Disney girl. No one actually has this kind of hair. Anyways, these all represent the type of character that you feel that you can play. Don't just take a pretty shot. Your headshot, which they will always tell you, should reflect what you look like in person and the type of character that you want to go out for. This is what the casting director will see first. So if you want to play a criminal, look like a freaking criminal. If you want to look like an ingenue, look like that. If you want to play a nurse, like, be appropriate to the characters that you want to play. Which brings me to, what characters do you want to play? Most people have an idea of what they want to do. They want to move out to LA and be Angelina Jolie or Jennifer Aniston or Brad Pitt or whatever. Those parts are already taken. Leave it to them, they're gonna get called, I guarantee you. So figure out what you can do, what is your specific niche that you can get into. Don't feel like you have to do everything at once. I'm an actor, I want to cry, I want to bleed, I want to laugh, I want to do it all. Do something very specific so that casting directors can remember you and then call you in. And then later on down the line, then you can grow as an actor and flex those cheer muscles. I moved out to LA wanting to be a sitcom actress. I love Lucille Ball. I love all of that big comedy, this and this and this and this. How many comedies do you think that I've actually shot? I've built a career on crying and bleeding, and I'm very grateful for it. The third most important thing that you need as an actor who is starting out is a reel. Kim, how am I going to get a reel if I can't book jobs because I don't have an agent and this and this and this? There are enough people that want to create good things. So you need to find those people. How do you find them? For me, I signed up for this website called greenroomorlando.com, which is in Florida. They have Green Room Miami. I don't know if this is a national website, but they have, it's like a Craigslist for breakdowns. Breakdowns are announcements for castings. And I got a lot of work through that. I got a lot of work that I've never seen. So you need to make sure that you are involved with people that have worked before, that have a vision. Look up these people. What have they done? If they're first timers, I mean, expect that. But try to be involved with people that will actually give you some type of material to use in the future. Now, I have wasted so much time doing projects that I never got the end copy for, which they're supposed to give you, things that turned out really bad, things that you would never want people to see. And this is what you give your time and effort and talent to. Social media is at your fingertips. You can find forums and Facebooks and all of this stuff of people in your community, or do it yourself. Learn the proper lighting, mics, sound, angles, all of that. If you want to be a professional, be professional about it. Get a group of friends together and film your own content if you can. It took me years to find a great friend that I could actually shoot with, and he ended up writing certain little skits for me, and then we just shot them and they looked great, and it looked like it came out of a TV or a film episode. I could have just spent the money and done that, or I spent years trying to build and squish crap together, and you know what, sometimes you just gotta invest in it. Do I sound bitter? I don't mean to be. Then you can start applying to agencies. Do your research. Look at their rosters. Go to imdb.com. Buy a membership for IMDb Pro, which is the International Movie Database. All the professionals use it. You can get all the contacts to all the agencies and look at their rosters. Look at who they're representing. Do they have someone that looks like you? Can you fill a void for them? Agents and managers and casting directors, this is your business as an actor, and they are all there to help you. You are not under anyone. Casting directors need you to fill their film. Agents need you to make money, and they should have that kind of relationship with you, that you collaborate and are on the same page to move your career forward. As an actor, you have more power than you let yourself have. A lot of people think that they have to woo these casting directors and pick me, pick me, pick me, when it's like, let me help you collaborate. Let's make this thing happen. I have this to offer. You are looking for someone, let's do this. Instead of a, please pick me, you will change my life if you pick me for this movie. It's not the right attitude to have. A good way to find out what type of character you come across as is to find total strangers to typecast you. I learned this technique through my awesome teacher, Brad Greenquist in Santa Monica, shout out. On your first class, we'll sit you in front of the class before anybody gets to know you, hear what you sound like, and whatever you were wearing that day, which is what you represent yourself on a daily basis, is how the kids in the classroom will typecast you. And if you think that you are this certain person, but people are seeing this, then maybe keep that in mind, because this is how people are perceiving you. And yes, it's a business of perception, so you need to be aware of what image you're giving out. From there, then you can either be like, that's not the image that I want to give out, or that's really great, this is really interesting, and then just really be specific about that. I was told this really great equation not too long after I moved to LA, and it has seemed to be really spot on. It is, the first year you move out, it's going to be the hardest. A lot of people, it's the first time that they moved away from home, it's a new city, they don't know anybody, blah, blah, blah. It sucks for most people. Second year, if you've survived, if you're still there, you're probably going to stay for a little bit. It takes 5 years to make a dent. 5 years. That means it has taken you 5 years to build the relationship with the casting directors that have called you in, said no, gotten close callbacks, almost got it, booked something, but then nothing for a while. 5 years to start making a dent of booking co-stars, guest stars, building. It takes an average of 10 years to become a working actor. A working actor that doesn't have to be a server, doesn't have a night job, isn't a valet person, isn't a bartender, isn't anything else but an actor. You might be the miracle. It happens. But most of the time, this equation, from my friends, from what I've seen, has proven to be really accurate. And I am on year 6.5-ish, and I am right about that dent area. I've passed that hump finally, and I'm so grateful for it, but it has taken a long time. And that means 6.5 years of making this my life, because I did start this at 18, and I dabbled, and then I got into modeling, and then I, found my way to be like, this is what I want. So from moving to LA is when I consider really taking the plunge and taking myself seriously as a professional actress and moving forward with that. So be prepared. Be in it for the long haul. I think that's kind of a good start. We'll see if I can even edit this thing together. I've not done this before. Looks easy, but that's why those YouTubers are YouTubers, and I am an actor. I have someone doing this for me usually, but I'm gonna only child syndrome the ish out of this right now and try to create some magic. My last piece of advice for you, which would be a continuation into part 2 of if I keep doing this, is get into class. What kind of class should I be taking? I have tried them all. An audition technique. Auditions are a completely different beast than what you will do on set. So learn how to get comfortable in an audition setting, and then you can work on scene study and script analysis, and camera technique is always valuable. So maybe look into those.